What's going on? Straight truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth will set you free. Yes, sir. Namaste. Peace and blessings to you, Awakening One. Shout out to the woke ones if you're watching. What's going on, Awakening One? Hope all is well. Hope you've been taking care of yourself. And I hope everything is okay. I just basically wanted to make this video and letting you know, speaking about a little bit about the 7 chakras. Now, this is going to be a 7-part video. I'm gonna do these in parts being, so this is the first part. I was gonna just do this all in one take, but I don't want these videos to be super long, so I just want to do the first one and come out and just come, one at a time. So this is the first one being the root chakra. So about the root chakra, knowing this, the root chakra is the first chakra to self. It's the first chakra to us, being that we are all in the illusion. When we were in the illusion, in that state, that concreted mind state, the root chakra is literally the first chakra, which is the aligning of self, you, and who you are, coming into who you are. So that literally is the first root. Is the first level to raising your vibration, to raising your energy within. So what's so important about the root chakra is that it brings you out of the element of not knowing self. It brings you into more of your conscience of who you are, and moves you further away from that period in time of things that you did not know that you were doing before knowing self. That's why it's the most important chakra, because without us aligning to the first chakra, we're living at our lower selves. We're living underneath self. There is nothing that is above self or underneath it. It is the same. It is balanced. The root chakra balances. It's the balance of the first chakra, the first level of the of your spinal energy, because our energy goes up through our spinal, all the way up through our spinal to up to our pineal gland, basically. So when raising your vibration, when raising your level of energy through your spinal cord, the root chakra is the first stem, it's the first foundational setting first. And it's the most important because it is self, it is who you are, it is basically you having the control of your soul. Your soul is basically the energy within, is the root chakra. And it's that part that connects you to everything in life. You're now connected to the source. You're connected to who you are. You're connected to the planets. You're connected now. And it's more of just moving outside of things that before then that you didn't know weren't serving you. Your conscience it's opened the doorway to see the next dimension, so to speak. So you're no longer living the life of which you were in the dark, because now knowing self, you come into who you are, which was, let me tell you something now. The dark side of each and every one of us stems from the underneath the root chakra. We are living in our lower chakra. We're living in our dark side, which we don't know, which is really who we are when we come into our root chakra, because the dark side represents your internal, because everything that we see when we're not into the first alignment of the root chakra is external, being sun and moon. And I'm going to get to that in a later video later on, talking about, sun, moon, astrology. These videos, they move in bits and harmonies, and, I don't want to rush anything out to you until I get more research behind everything. But this is basically, how I just come to interpret it within from, from what I didn't picked up on and bringing it to you. But yeah, we have to stem away from the not knowing self. We have to stem away from that to move into our root chakra of knowing self, then to acknowledge the life of which we were living before that was underneath the first chakra, that we were not in sync with, in line with, to now raise our vibration. That's where the energy of, when we live underneath our root chakra, that's where all of our lust, greed, our emotional, our everything that stems from within starts, within that first root chakra. Okay? It helps level all of the rest of the chakras. That's why it's the first. If you can't get to that chakra, if you can't align yourself to the first root chakra, you can't be able to level every other chakra up after that. This is the most powerful one because it's the root, it's the core, it's the foundation of us, of the energy within. It's what controls everything internally to us, to have control against, like lust, greed, emotion, things that sort of play a lot to the external thought pan of the illusionary state that's concreted the conscience down. The conscience even is more open once you come into your root chakra, and then align it more and more to raise your vibration to get to your higher self, which advances the glands of your pineal. So you want to be able to first meet that first foundation, which is the root chakra, to open that up, then to open up each and every other chakra after that. But the root chakra is so important because everyone who is not self-aware, who doesn't know self, who doesn't know who they are, they're still living in their lower nature, which is lust, greed, and everything else that I didn't say. It's basically not knowing none of those things, not knowing that those things that people are dabbling on, people are, doing, doesn't resonate to self. You don't know how to actually see and look out at what you are doing to see that it is really a distraction to you, because you're living in your lower nature of not knowing how powerful your energy is within, how you are truly a god and a goddess with that stems from that root chakra, that is the most powerful energy within you, because it's the energy of self, it's the energy of self-control, and nothing can demobilize that. It can't be demobilized because you control it within knowing. Now when moving into align with that first chakra, now you're at a balance. Now nothing is above you, nothing is underneath you. You're right there. So now you're stemming at the God level within that you are, or goddess within that you are. And you're literally now able to expand up your spinal. You're able to move up through the spinal energy of each chakra to then reach, the highest one, which is the crown chakra. But you first have to get through, it goes in levels, 3, so it goes in levels. And the first chakra is just the most important one, because if you don't move into the first root chakra, you can't be able to align the rest of the chakras. So it's just that, I thought I'd make this video. I'm going to come with the next one, which is the sacral chakra. And just being that the root chakra is so important because it's self. Okay, if you can't move into the line of the first chakra, then you're going to live beneath it, and you're going to stay, in your lower nature. You're not going to be able to conquer, overcoming things that are, out of your control, when you have no control because you're not self. You have to have control of self, you within, and move into your first chakra. This is why meditation is so important, because we have to align to our chakras first so that we can move up in our higher nature of in our higher to our higher selves and raise our vibration and frequency to be the gods and goddesses that we are, to overpower this fuck ass illusion and get back our the power within that we hold to fuck these motherfuckers over. And that's the truth.